Hi folks, I'm Matt and welcome to My Expanded Universe, a show where I go through the entire EU in chronological order as best I know how. Well, we are done with novels. Oh, it hurts me, but I have an excellent comic book series to talk about. And today, I'm just going to talk about issue 0 of Legacy. So let's talk about Legacy a little bit. First off, issue 0 came out. It was the supplemental comic book, basically just kind of telling you about the world, telling you what was going on right now, introducing some characters and just giving you the setup before the first issue was going to come out. Now, this was all written by John Ostrander, who I did love and did know about, and I was absolutely 101% against this comic book when I heard about it. It takes place 110 years, past Return of the Jedi, and I thought, oh my gosh, who cares that far ahead? I thought it was a waste of time. I remember reading 0 and going, that's stupid. That looks awful. I mean, the little Sith Twi'lek is kind of cool, but yeah, But I was one of those people, and they actually have a lot of recollections of how this kind of really divided fans, how fans in the forums were either for it or heavily against it. I was one of the fans screaming on the forums how terrible this idea was. And I was proven wrong, and I can't wait to get into the reasons why, but I was proven wrong by this. I was so against this. I didn't want anything deviating too far from the era that we knew. I didn't want to go into this, I thought it was just made up. I said, oh, if they go way too in the future, we won't connect. Well, I did not know, and they did go through, and if you read this, I think this is on Wikipedia, but I remember I read it in an interview a long time ago that they were talking about, Randy Stradley was talking about how fans were just kind of outraged by this. They did not want this happening, me and a lot of other people. And he said that they had called Shelley Shapiro over at Del Rey at the time and said, hey, look, we want to do a series set in the future. We don't want to interrupt anything you guys are doing, so we kind of want to distance it, but also we can work together on a good idea for a story. Now, Del Rey was all for this, and they were fine with it, and even they told fans, hey, look, we're talking to Dark Horse. We think this is going to work out great. We think we may even connect them. We already know this. In fact, before Legacy of the Jedi came out, I believe Legacy, the comic book, had its name first, and that's where we got the Legacy era. They decided to call it the Legacy era because of Legacy of the Force coming out and the comic book Legacy releasing too, because these came out about the same time, and that's where you got the name of the era. They actually named the era that way, and there was a consensus that maybe sometime way in the future they would eventually make the two connect. But I remember it was a joint effort by both Del Rey and Dark Horse saying, hey, look, we're going to respect the fans, we're going to respect the continuity, do not worry. We're not going to disrupt the continuity. Something you would never ever see today. Lucasfilm would never say that. First off, they would never talk to the fans, but they would never say something like that today. But this shows you what a big change has happened in only just a few years, right? With the company, a company that would talk to the fans, understand the fans, concerns, and assure the fans, no, they were going to do this a proper way. They weren't going to let the fans down. To door shut. They won't even talk to you anymore. And if you don't like it, you suck. You're the problem. It's sad. It's sad to see a company that I love for so many years do a complete 180 as they are with fans. But I'm just telling you, you need to look up this story about how Legacy came about, and you will hear about ugly little fans like me who complained, and then both of them assured me and said, hey, calm down, give it a shot. I was reserved to give it a shot, but at the same time, it was like the little kid who was forced to sit down and eat his broccoli. I'll eat it, but I won't like it. Well, we'll find out how wrong I was next time with another video.